Okay, so we're going to tier them. We haven't done a tier list. I've been wanting to do a tier list for a long time. Let's just start. Lamar Jackson's at the top. To me, Lamar Jackson has as much aura as almost anybody in the NFL.
What's the one?
He doesn't even have the most aura in his division, bro.
Joe Burrow might have just as much.
Yeah, duh.
But it's just different kind of aura. I put them in the same conversation. Welcome to the Green Light Podcast presented by BetMGM. If you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, use bonus code GREENLIGHT and you'll get up to a $1,500 first bet offer on your first wager with BetMGM. Here's how it works. Download the BetMGM app and sign up using bonus code GREENLIGHT. Deposit at least $10 and place your first wager on any game. If that bet loses, you will receive up to $1,500 in bonus bets. Just make sure you use bonus code GREENLIGHT when you sign up. This is what started this whole obsession with aura for me today. I texted you guys this morning. I'm like, guys, we're not doing a tush push things that should be banned draft. Some other podcast can take that. We're going to talk about auras today because I'm in this group text and there's like 12 to 14 people in it. You would love it.
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
But like all morning we're arguing about people's auras because it started with somebody being like, Halliburton has no aura, and I'm like, I don't necessarily disagree, but he doesn't have a negative aura. Like, I don't dislike Halliburton.
Oh, no, there's negative aura? So is it like a minus 10 to 10 scale?
Well, no, there are people with negative aura. First, we need to define aura.
Brett Favre.
Yeah, what is aura?
So aura to me...
It's like swag, right?
It's kind of like swag, but it's more serious. Like, in my opinion, it's a little bit more serious. It's kind of like a mix of badass and swag, and I think being mysterious matters too a little bit. But at the same time, I think John Kruk has an aura.
Yeah.
And so there's non-traditional aura.
Yeah.
Do you think there's walk into a room and your presence sucks the air out of it? All eyes are on you?
Yeah, that like that gravitas.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what it is to me a little
Charisma.
bit. Charisma. And you got to be pretty good. Like there's guys that to me are like, there are some people with aura that weren't great players. They're good players, but they had like great aura. His microphone's too high.
That's right. That's good self-scouting.
Yeah. I don't know, Beau. Who have you played with that had like a lot of aura? Who had the most aura of anybody you played with?
Fitz has aura.
Fitzy?
Fitz?
Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
Like he's a guy's guy in the locker room, like all the Fitz magic stuff when he was fucking
Let me ask the group
throwing
text.
those bombs to D-Jack. I mean, there's a lot of guys. There's different kinds of aura, like we're trying to think about athletes. Okay, well, let's talk about some NBA athletes with aura.
Yeah, who's got the most
Brown.
aura remaining in the playoffs? That's where the whole conversation.
Remaining in the playoffs, that's Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
Yes, easily. But you said Jalen Brown has the most aura?
No.
I think he has a lot of aura. He's got that mysterious factor. I think he's cool. He seems smart. He seems very poised.
I don't think I don't dislike Jalen Brown. I think he's great, but I don't know about aura. It started
let's talk
because
about negative aura. Rudy Gobert.
Gobert has negative aura. Yeah. Russell Wilson has negative aura. We're not talking about Russell Wilson in a Knicks, or no, it wasn't even a Knicks varsity jacket. It was a Giants varsity jacket at a Knicks game. Is negative aura. That's negative aura.
You can be a great player and not have aura. Like JJ Watt.
Same quarterback room. Jameis Winston has aura.
He got a ton of aura. It's a different kind of aura, but he's got a ton of aura. Yeah. I started writing down.
He's got aura.
Who, Tommy DeVito?
Yeah.
Actually, a Buccaneer, and we'll stick to the NBA for a second. I do think Anthony Edwards has the most aura remaining. I think that's clear.
Remaining in the playoffs.
I don't think there's a lot of aura left in the NBA playoffs. I think
kind of makes it a cool playoff.
It's fun, dude.
Yeah.
I think Michael Jordan has like elite aura. When you talk about aura, like here's the difference.
Mike didn't even have the most aura on those Bulls teams, bro. Dennis Rodman, come on,
bro. That is
overshadowed.
That is the worst take. No offense.
Dennis Rodman has more aura than Michael Jordan.
That is unreal. Michael Jordan chewing on a cigar, playing two sports at once, fucking hoop earrings in the 90s. Like,
Yeah,
Michael Jordan couldn't pull off wearing a wedding dress, bro.
but that's part of the aura about him, I think.
That's why Dennis Rodman's got more aura.
Beau's wrong, but not by much.
No, yeah.
Guys.
Can I?
God, I wish Fax was here for this thing.
Yeah.
He would be
He
flipping
would
out.
jump all over this thing.
I wish Bad Back Backy from the South Side was here for this take.
Well, we can do this time and time again. May I nominate an all-time aura person?
Sure.
Let's just go around because I got some good ones.
Yeah, go around in a circle. Everybody name a name.
Allen Iverson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dale Sr.
The Intimidator.
A ton of aura. You talk about aura, I think about Dale Sr.
Correct.
Okay.
No objection.
Okay, let me start with a no-brainer. David Beckham.
No, I don't know about that.
Beau, I don't think you.
I don't think you
know what
understand
that
aura.
Is.
Dennis Rodman and David Beckham?
Okay, let me give you another one.
They're going to downvote our...
John McEnroe.
Huh?
John McEnroe.
Oh, I don't know if he understands aura.
Do you mean
I
like?
understand
Do you mean
aura.
like John Daly?
John McEnroe.
Do you think
John
aura
Daly's on my
means...
list too.
John Daly?
John Daly is
John Daly's
John
got an
Daly's
aura.
on my
yeah.
He's got an aura.
Yeah.
Dick Trickle had an aura.
Okay.
We were just looking at a picture of Dick Trickle smoking a dart, leaning on his Miller light car back in the day. That's aura right there, dude. That's huge aura.
Was
John Riggins.
I got
to
one
me.
for you, Macon. You
Okay.
were talking about the Olympics earlier.
yeah.
Here's a good one for you. Johnny Weir, aura.
Okay. I
I
don't
don't even know who that is.
know
Bro,
if he can participate.
That's
in
a
the conversation.
skier. I will say right now, Johnny
Not
Weir
a
does
skier,
not.
it's a figure skater.
Oh yeah,
He's a
figure skater. No, yeah.
Aura.
He might have swag.
Can
He
you
might have
define
swag.
aura? Bo, can you define aura?
Bro, it's just that gravitas, man. It's that je ne sais quoi. You got the charisma. You got that kind of personality.
Lou Williams, all-time aura.
People,
He's got so much aura. He had two girlfriends at the same time. We're aware of each other. If Brett Favre had more
how can
aura,
you tell me David Beckham doesn't have aura? What?
I'm not. He's
That's
just not the first person with aura. He's got more aura than me, I suppose. But like, that doesn't make him like an elite aura guy. That I just. All right, let's do this.
Ken Griffey Jr.
Yes.
There you go.
There.
You know who also had a
Warmer.
who had aura
Fucking Boggs.
for sure, especially when he was 40 beers deep on the plane, dude.
Big box.
He had to have a great aura. Who was Albert Bell had like kind of an aura.
Oh yeah.
The point is, aura is subjective because Beau thinks all these people have aura. Let me get one or two more out. I think, well,
I'm sorry that the two mid-30s white guys don't like my aura takes.
I'm 40.
I'm late 30s.
Here's what we can do today. Let's tier NFL quarterbacks by aura.
Starters.
Ooh.
It is official. It could be starters. It could be backups. So can we get a list of all the NFL quarterbacks up on the screen, please?
Yeah.
Another question was like, guys were asking in the group text, they were like, hey, can somebody lose an aura? I was like, absolutely. I just watched the Favre documentary.
Yeah.
And then and then they asked, can somebody gain an aura? I think Brady gained an aura. Like that guy that got drafted
Baker?
out of Michigan had no aura. And now he's got like legendary aura.
Oh, really? Brady.
He's got an aura.
Okay, yeah.
When he was in New
I
England,
thought we
he
were
had-
talking about Mason Graham for a second.
No.
That guy who got drafted out of Michigan has no aura.
No, he has the aura of a rock, as somebody in the comments said. Okay, so we're going to tier them. We haven't done a tier list. I've been wanting to do a tier list for a long time. Let's just start. Lamar Jackson's at the top. To me, Lamar Jackson has as much aura as almost anybody in the NFL.
What's the
He
one?
doesn't even have the most aura in his division, bro.
Oh,
Joe Burrow might have just as much.
Yeah, duh.
But
duh.
it's just different
Joe-
kind of aura. I put
Joe
them in the
Burrow-
same conversation.
Joe Burrow takes a little bit of a dive because he does allow someone else to pick out his clothes. He does have Jamar Chase selects the.
That's
window.
interesting.
and
I think.
Dude,
well,
Lamar
hold
Jackson
on.
definitely has a stylist too.
Lamar has poopy pants problems, and he reply. Well, he does. He does. He's pooped his pants, and he has to. He it's a thing. And he responds to a lot of tweets, which is a
That's
little
negative
bit of a
for
dot.
aura.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I
You
agree.
can be a great quarterback and have bad aura.
He might not be trying to aura farm. Justin Herbert, if he takes the next step, will be amazing and have not a lot of aura.
Okay, good. I thought we were going to have our first disagreement.
No, listen, I think if you're going, what are the tiers here? The kids love to fill these out. S tier is the best.
We went elite.
Hey, Jalen Hurts
is S tier. He's S tier.
Which is below elite.
Yeah.
He's just, I can't say that he has more aura than Lamar. He's got his own aura. Respect the fuck out of it. It's up there high, but like Lamar Jackson has, Lamar and let's say Joe Burrow have probably the most aura out of NFL quarterbacks.
Probably.
Right
we can rearrange as we go.
okay.
I'd put Jalen Hurts in that same category.
You're just sucking up like a motherfucker.
I'm telling you, dude.
Drop Roger Goodell's name
Yeah,
again.
No, I mean he did say to us in
Daniels
the locker room that whole scene was like very. All right, how many QBs can we put in the elite category?
Let's
So here, are we doing Lamar?
Yes.
Okay, Lamar's in. Jalen's S tier, so that's one below.
Yeah.
Josh Allen.
He's one, but like Josh is amazing, likable, cool as fuck. Maybe, in my opinion, top 2.
I got one who's headed in that direction. It sucks.
I know who it is.
Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels is he's in the S tier.
Yeah. Easy.
Put Jaden Daniels in the S tier. Okay. I think Baker Mayfield has an aura.
Yeah.
You alluded to it earlier as somebody who like gained an aura. I think he's always had the aura, and that is aura is like even when you're in Cleveland, you don't let it affect your aura, your confidence. I think Baker Mayfield's resilience and just his general like attitude puts him in the elite category of aura.
You should do the top tier
Not elite,
and then the bottom
S tier.
Agreed.
Yeah, okay. So we start with the top tier.
S tier and then F tier.
Okay.
So like
Jaden Daniels is
F tier.
F tier. Okay, let's go down to F tier. Russell Wilson.
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers.
Agreed.
Agree. Yeah.
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins' aura improved when they started putting those
Put
chains
chains
on
on
him.
him.
So he might not be in the bottom tier. Let's save him for.
Yeah, that's a good argument.
Tua Tagovailoa.
He's low, but I'm not going to totally dump on him and act like his aura is, akin to
Geno Smith.
Geno's got good aura.
Yeah.
Good, solid aura.
He's got good vibes, but he's kind of plain oatmeal from an aura standpoint for me.
Okay. Deshaun Watson.
Off the
Is it
board.
lower than F?
Well, you can't say he's untouchable because he's
Yeah, he's touchable.
AFC East. We've hit a lot of Josh Allen. We're going high up there. Tua.
Yeah.
We're pretty low down there.
Tua's F tier.
Drake May is an interesting case. I think Drake May is a mid-tier at this point. We haven't quite
I
seen
think his
enough.
aura is rising.
Rising aura, currently mid-tier. Jets quarterback is going to be Justin Fields.
I think Justin gets a bad rap and has a higher aura. That when he slid across the end zone, that game winner in the rain 2 years ago.
Nah.
Oh,
Nah.
But he wears a visor, Beau.
Nah.
Visor may be more swag than
I
aura.
think the Jets franchise is going to kill his aura.
Justin Fields, Chris.
Justin Fields is like good, like solid. I'm not going to give him a negative aura, but I'm not going to give him like a.
I'm in C.
Yeah, he's like C tier aura. And aura is not likability.
No.
Because
Correct.
I haven't gotten there yet with somebody that's low down on the. But yeah, aura is not just likability. It's just aura, dude.
I have a tough one for you folks.
Sure.
CJ Stroud.
Stroud has good aura. He's got I think he's got A tier. A tier.
I would
quarterback.
See C.
I don't see aura.
Yeah, I would
aura.
see C.
Dude, I see a guy that walked into a pro locker room and had everybody over to dinner as a rookie and like organized team dinners and was able to they were confident enough in him to bring Stephon Diggs to town his second year and say like, listen, like
aura.
This is not going to cause any drama. You have enough gravitas. You have enough presence in the room that this isn't going to derail our season. I like CJ Stroud up high.
Okay.
I also feel like
Also, we met him. He was
comes
cool.
off as like very confident, which is a big part of
Aura.
to me.
I haven't met CJ Stroud.
Well, let me tell you.
Okay.
Send him a happy birthday text, and then you guys can meet.
Yeah.
Have a little.
For CJ, meet in the middle, B maybe.
Yeah, I
I'd give him a B.
A B. Okay.
We had A and
well,
C.
I'm getting overruled, so put him in the B. But I'm going to disagree at some point because y'all are going to put somebody in the A that's not cooler.
I got a quarterback for you who just got paid. I want to know what you think. What category he falls into? Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy's got C aura.
Yeah, I'd agree.
C aura.
Are the Colts
What about
nominating
Stafford?
Anthony Richardson or Daniel Jones?
Anthony Richardson kind of fucked up his aura when he checked out of the game.
Yeah. He might
Agreed.
be F.
I don't think that
I
there's
don't think
a
he's
difference between which one of those two players they would nominate.
Oh, same aura, huh?
Yeah.
Who?
DJ and Anthony
Oh,
Richardson.
no. Daniel Jones's aura is lower than Anthony Richardson's.
Yeah.
You can't wear Brooks Brothers, no offense,
None taken.
and have like serious aura.
I know I don't have aura.
I don't have aura either, bro.
You might have a
I have some aura,
yeah.
but not in a room full of NFL quarterbacks. Like you might be C tier. You, on the other hand, shopping at fucking
What about
Brooks
Stafford?
Brothers. Stafford, he's like cool guy. I put him in the Mahomes
giving him a
category. Well, if you're gonna put them in the B, that's not the same as, in my opinion, C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, you
C.J.
might be
Stroud
right.
should be in the A. If Stafford's
Disagree. Stafford
I'm
greater
giving
than
Stafford a
sign.
B.
Stafford's higher
Stroud.
than Stroud.
with aura.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
No,
No,
looks?
you might be right.
No
you're,
look?
you're right. I'm tripping.
Nah.
He's earned that aura. He's earned the aura. He's a champion. That counts for something.
I just had a vision.
What?
You ever been driving down the road and you look up and there's a hillside, bunch of grass, right? And there are a bunch of cows in the field, and there's this one big bull with big old swinging ones underneath, and he's just sauntering around with all the females like, look at this guy. Look at this big smoke. That's kind of aura, right?
Yeah.
And Matt Stafford's a
might be
cool
the
guy.
You think that's Matt Stafford?
No,
Matt
to a-
Stafford
to a degree.
Matt Stafford bought a mattress to be agreeable to his spouse. What the firmness on the mattress is. That's not aura. Aura is getting a second mattress and sleeping on the floor like I do. I'm still sleeping on the floor on a mattress like I'm in college. It's the best thing ever.
That's good.
I say goodnight like this. I'm like,
Oh,
good
wait.
night.
I got a question. If we're talking about all these QBs, but like, okay, non-QBs, who's got the most aura in the NFL?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
It's a guy that we met, Chris, last summer.
Oh, Justin Jefferson's got like
Yeah.
off the charts aura.
Yeah.
Receiver aura, he's got the He's incredible.
tier.
I think he's got the most.
I think Derwin James has a lot of aura. He's on the show
Yeah.
today. I think Derwin James is up there. He's got a lot of aura. I think Jalen Carter has an aura.
Oh boy.
Does he?
Does
ever? Yeah. That guy's got an aura. He walks in a room and people know it. But QB is like a different kind of aura. So who else do we have left here?
Only about 20 names.
Just start rapid firing them. I think Baker Mayfield should be whatever's right below. I think he should be A tier. I think Baker and Matt should be A tier.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield's super cool, super confident. Planted a flag in college, right? Like at
Won
the
a game
50
on
yard-
Thursday night after joining the team 3 days prior.
No question. Just gives. He's like a benevolent Brett Favre.
Mm-hmm.
He is. If Brett Favre wasn't stealing anything, and was in a monogamous relationship and did commercials with his wife living in the stadium, that would be. Brett
I
Favre.
propose that Jared Goff is D tier.
That's okay, and that
Yeah.
again, not throwing stones, glass houses here, but probably a D tier aura.
I'm giving him a C.
Kyler Murray.
That's like
I think he's a C aura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got that baseball player aura, which is a cool aura.
He's got that Call of Duty.
Yeah, but he
aura.
wants it
dude.
too bad.
He wants the what?
He wants to have more aura, and that's not what people with aura have.
Bo, you got a lot of aura, bro.
Yeah.
For not knowing what the fuck aura means.
Yeah.
Bro, I have a great list.
Don't
Y'all just
disagree.
don't appreciate it, okay? There will be hopefully someone in the comments.
That's like, hey,
That
Beau's
says-
right. David Beckham's got an aura.
Beau's list. Dennis Rodman. Aura.
You know what? You might be
David
right
Beckham,
about David
aura.
Beckham,
John
but
McEnroe,
not Dennis
aura.
Rodman.
Here's a couple other names I didn't even get to. Dawn Staley. She's got some aura.
She does have some aura.
John Daly. Tiafu. Who else I got? Ken Griffey Jr. Ocho Cinco.
Ocho's got aura.
Yeah.
Okay, Jaden Daniels is S tier. We've got Stafford and Mayfield in the A tier. We've got May and Stroud in the B tier. We've got Fields and Kyler in the C
don't
tier.
think
Purdy
May
and
deserves
Goff
D
in the
tier.
D tier.
I'm sorry. Drake May needs to go down to the C tier for now. I know.
I agree.
like
I mean, we
all
loved
that.
him. We're all
Or
over
D
him.
even.
I love Drake May. Would I have a beer with Drake May? If this was a who would you drink a beer with tier system, he'd be elite.
Yeah.
He'd be up there. He'd be up there with, Baker and fucking
He
Lamar.
sounded exactly like Eli and Peyton.
Yeah.
He could have been related.
Their progeny.
Yep.
What about Jordan Love?
Jordan Love to me's got some aura.
Got aura.
He's got a aura. We're not talking
Mm.
talking about has he earned it. I'm just saying, does he have aura? He's got aura, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm giving him B or C.
I'm at B.
When we saw him in Vegas, you didn't see him in Vegas, did you?
No.
I saw him at the casino in Vegas.
Are you letting personal interactions color your judgment here?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
The best way
that's
to
probably pretty fair.
the best way to know if somebody has an aura is to run up on them and see if
Yep.
they have an aura.
Yep.
Aura check pass.
Yep.
Jordan Love had great aura, dude. He was.
That reminds me of the time
I'll put it this way.
blessed Jaden Daniels at
Yeah.
the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
in Orleans.
Yeah.
Aura.
He had aura.
Yeah.
And he did it with Big X the plug.
Yeah, I aura farmed.
The aura farmed Big X.
Against the blood.
But the point is, like, you know how some women, if you see them in a picture, you're like, oh, that's a pretty lady, and then you'll meet the person in person, and you're like, whoa, strikingly beautiful. Pictures don't do that person justice.
Mm-hmm.
From an aura perspective, that was Jordan Love. I was like, whoa, the aura on this guy. I didn't see this coming.
Okay, then we'll grant you B. I don't think we can go higher than B.
No, that's fine. Patrick Mahomes, this is going to be a really divisive one. I think he has a great aura. It's not elite, right? It's not S tier, but I think he's in that Stafford Mayfield conversation.
I'm giving him B.
Oh, no.
And I
would agree with B.
go as low as C.
Yeah.
Really, I'm with you. I say A.
Yeah.
Dude, the thing about Patrick Mahomes is this came from a
Not about
conversation.
talent though.
I mean, I know,
Yeah.
but this came from here's what's wrong. Y'all's opinion of his talent and what his talent has brought him is clouding your judgment of his aura. Kyle played with him. Kyle talks about him. The things that I've heard about him, he's like Jordan competitive. Like, I'm not even being funny. Like, that to me, there's an aura around a guy that doesn't want to lose at anything. You know, you always hear that about people, but it's rarely true. Like, he's that guy, and he's also like one of the boys. And I think what's cool about Mahomes is he's like a normal guy that they just gave an RPG and put on his shoulder. Like, he likes golf. He obviously likes drinking beers. He likes hanging out with the fellas. You know, like, he seems pretty normal. He has normal hobbies. He just happens to be an uber competitive fucking freak show. And he, like, if you've been around Mahomes, like many of you listening have, you know he's like a cool guy. Like, he's a cool fucking guy. I think being cool has, especially for somebody who's so good, I think they got to be near the top.
Counterpoint his voice.
His voice is cool to me.
Yes,
I think that
absolutely.
adds the aura, dude.
You know, like everyone's talking about his voice.
I'm with Chris on that.
Yeah, and
It pained him to say, like, fuck.
it could have been a pro baseball player, and he's got a college quarterback imitating him every Saturday.
He's got baseball aura.
Yes.
Which is a cool
Yeah, but
fucking aura if you can pull it off.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think the
You might put me
problem with
over.
aura is like when you debate it to death, like what we're doing, it's you just kind of instantly know, like you
Yeah.
got it or you don't.
Yeah. No,
In
well,
my-
no, that's not true. See Tom Brady. Tom Brady at the
Developed.
combine did not have aura.
Curated it.
Burrow.
Burrow.
Great argument.
Where are we? A?
No, Josh Allen is S, dude.
What do
It's
you-
Lamar is elite, along with Burrow.
No,
then
S-
Josh Allen is S with Jaden, in my opinion.
And Burrow is
Elite.
Elite.
I do kind of agree with that. I think Josh Allen is S tier.
Yeah, and there's nothing
Yeah.
to. I mean, that's nothing to shake a stick at. To be an S tier aura NFL quarterback, dude.
But it's different. It's his aura is so different than
His
Lamar.
aura is like, yeah, I grew up on a fucking cantaloupe farm, and I like playing that game you play, Beau, Settlers of Catan, and I'm dating Haley Steinfeld. Like I'm married to Haley Steinfeld. Like Hurts is in there too. So there you go.
Herbert
up there.
Herbert, great quarterback, D-level aura.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
Agreed.
He might be in the Purdy golf aura.
Yeah,
and in fact,
yeah.
the C and the D are kind of all molded together.
Yeah.
Well, let's navigate that after.
Okay.
After we can sort after.
Yeah, that'll be reflected
What
in
about
the
Darnold?
graphic. Darnold is cool, man. He was pretty cool when I met him. He's middle of the road aura.
He really benefited from that year in Minnesota, not just on the field, but his aura.
Yeah.
His aura shot
because
up.
before it's ghosts.
Mono.
But you know what was cool about him is I remember he was on Bussin' with the Boys. Shout out to them. Congrats on being rich as fuck, by the way. I think they're both really rich now. They don't call me. We're just poverty franchise. But my boy Jack still checks in on me. Shout out Jack. Love Jack. Jack's got the most aura on that show. No offense to my dogs.
No kidding.
Jack's got
far.
elite aura, dude. But we're talking about Darnold. Darnold was on that show like 2-3 years ago, and he was like, I'm gonna get another chance and I'm gonna seize it. And I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. And the guys, I don't know if they believed him at the time, but they're like nodding along. And it's almost like when that social came out, I remember the replies were like, ghost emojis and
to
shit.
Your point, you were talking about some personal interactions with some of these guys. I did have an interaction with him and I was ready to put him in D.
Mm-hmm.
Darnold. I was going to put him in the D tier. But when we were at that Chris Stapleton concert in New Orleans, I ran to him and Trevor Lawrence. They were both cool as a cucumber. Not going to lie.
You did put Darnold ahead of Lawrence in the aura department, I remember. Just barely.
I'll put them in the same one. I'll put them in like
C tier?
top of the C class.
Darnold ahead of Lawrence.
Way
I
ahead.
agree. So put Lawrence in the C tier.
As someone
And
who
Darnold in
also
the B
sat
tier.
next to him at a Chris Stapleton concert in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And Darnold, Bob Does Sports. He's on Bob Does Sports all the time.
Yeah, I like
Pat
Darnold,
Perez,
dude. And it's
He's-
again, this isn't likability, it's aura.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay, what about Jimmy G?
for that reason, I like Lawrence even lower, but I won't belabor it.
Jimmy G's aura is so good. He was like just taking porn stars out and like had them in public places eating dinner. Like that's
awesome.
that's aura.
That's aura.
But that was like 6 years ago. I think it has taken
Doesn't matter, bro.
nosedive since then.
And also, there's something to your aura when every chick wants to bang you.
Right.
So like, I mean,
I think the really hot quarterback kind of thing wore off. That shine wore off old Jimmy G.
I don't think others would say that.
I don't think the opposite sex might say that.
One of the most interesting names on the board, Dak Prescott. Quarterback, Dallas Cowboys.
No.
He has the
He's got
most.
C aura.
He's got the most pros and cons. Like he is the most weighed out. Like a lot of everybody else on the C is like, I'm trying to fight for him, but I can't, or I'm trying to bring him down, I can't. He's got a lot in the pro and a lot in the con because he, flipping those hips on
Yeah.
Thursday night, that's a negative. I don't think.
I think that's a positive.
And then
I think it was cool.
I feel like the first time it was cool,
you
but
might
then
be right.
but then it gets compared to Russell Wilson doing the snap count by himself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here we go.
Yes.
I think being the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys gives you a certain inflation of aura.
Well, right now,
Not necessarily, but I'm
Yeah.
saying like just to wear the
Yeah.
star for a long time,
That's true.
like you're just gonna absorb some of the aura that comes with having that opportunity. But I just want to say this about Dak: fucking fantastic human being, like so cool and down to earth and chill in the limited interactions with him I've had, and his teammates seem to like him.
C.
Which is part of the aura deal. So he's a C. No, he's not like walking around. He doesn't walk in a room and you're like, damn, that's Lamar Jackson. Yeah. But he doesn't walk in a room and you're like, what the fuck is he doing here? Will Levis to me has aura.
Yeah, I absolutely.
Can you put Will Levis in the S tier?
Honestly, it fits.
because there's something about being like, hey, I will throw the ball wherever I want.
There's something about showing up in two teams' schedule release videos.
Oh, you need to put Minshew in the top.
Yep.
Yeah.
Minshew needs to go in the top.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lamar, Burrow,
No
Minshew.
brainer.
No brainer. I don't know how that took so long. Pull up the list of the quarterbacks again. All right. We've got
That's
Cooper
a
Rush.
rattler.
He's not going to go anywhere. Caleb Williams. I don't know what his aura is yet.
Undefined.
It's
Yeah,
like D. I'd say D.
Oh, I don't want to put him in D.
No, he could because his aura.
Let's be first on this train.
I think it's like Drake May like C up arrow.
I want to
think-
put Caleb Williams in the B tier.
Okay.
No,
I
he hasn't earned that yet.
I
I met the guy. He was cool. He was really cool at the draft.
I love his
that.
aura.
feel like he earned it in college a little bit. B. You know, like I feel like we're relying too much on NFL like
Prowess.
Yeah.
And hey, so you know, at the end of this season, there'll be a lot of people wanting to put him in the A and B tier. I think now's the time.
We
We
get
said it last year. He wasn't
Yeah,
going to
we-
be
we
great
get
out
him.
of the gate. Bryce Young's aura is pretty low. We haven't gotten to your favorite quarterback yet.
I know we keep skipping over him. You C for Bryce or D?
No.
D.
I think he might be
D at the top.
he might
plus.
be F. No
For
offense to the
Bryce?
young man. No, he's F.
F.
Or maybe we need to move Russ and Aaron into the poverty.
Yeah.
Tier.
Drew Lock F.
No, Drew
I don't
Lock's
know,
aura is-
dude.
Drew Lock has a B aura, dude.
He did,
Got
and
a polarizing aura.
he has one of the best stats of all time. It's like of two quarterbacks, he's done it, and it was the Week 17 game last year.
Yes. Put him in the B's.
Can I make an argument for Aaron Rodgers being higher?
Sure. No, he's got to. I mean, it depends on what point in his career.
Oh, dude, he
Can you
like
put
sucks up
Can you put
aura.
Packers Rodgers in S and then
Yeah.
put Jets Rodgers in F?
Yep.
Thank you. So let's all write down our Bo Nix aura,
You guys
and we'll
wanna-
share them at the same time.
Can I see our tiers?
Yep.
Please.
Yeah, it's pretty clear to me what he is.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I got it.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Mine says B.
Mine says D.
Oh my God.
He's a B for me.
He also.
How about Beau stationary there?
Bo,
Oh,
what'd you
what's
say?
your middle name? Starts with a C. Is it Christ?
My mom got me this for my birthday. I love it. Take all my little notes on here. Check it out.
That is.
BCA.
It is close. Who said you're close with that, cowboy?
What do you say?
Christian.
Christian?
Oh, I
It
see
is
Christ.
Christian?
Yeah.
That's interesting. You don't act
Someone
like
say
one
that?
sometimes.
Beau Christian Anderson.
Nolan, where do you have Bo?
Sorry.
Hey, but Nolan's
You son of a-
understandably so checked out of the aura conversation. We're setting a record right now for auras. The word aura.
I didn't know what aura was coming into this segment.
You
and
still don't
I'm
know.
Way more confused now.
All right,
Like, way more questions than answers.
say a position player will tell you if he has an aura or not.
Yeah.
Like Stevie Ray Vaughan has one of the best auras of all time. He's not
I
a
love
football
that.
player, but like Stevie Ray Vaughan has an aura. Jimi Hendrix had an aura. Basically, anybody who can play the guitar really well has an aura. I don't know that Jack Black
Stevie
has an
Nicks.
aura, but he.
Oh,
he's
he's
got an
got-
No,
aura.
Jack
Oh,
Black has an aura for
boy, does he.
sure.
He's
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant
White.
Jack White.
Jack White. Yeah,
Jack White has an aura.
Oh, you think he has an aura?
Jack Black has an aura. I don't know about Jack White.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So I was
Agreed.
trying to break the trend of like who's really good at guitar and doesn't have an aura.
Yeah,
Carlos
yeah.
Santana, you could argue, has a great aura.
Eric Clapton.
Eric
No
Clapton
aura.
has a
Negative
poverty
aura.
Yeah.
Poverty
He's
aura.
not actually. He's not even on poverty.
No.
He doesn't make
Dwayne Allman has elite aura.
epic God tier.
Just like off the chart. Like we need a second monitor to stack on top of the
Yeah.
monitor we're ranking people right now to put
That's-
Dwayne Allman in the conversation.
That's like the 1% graphic.
I think Nolan gets it now.
Yeah. I think. He,
I want to hear Nolan just shout out a random player, and we'll say whether or not they have aura.
Go ahead.
How about friend of the program, Khalil Shakir?
He's got a medium aura, like medium to low aura, low aura.
boosted by the Subaru.
The Subaru is pretty cool, but like some would argue that takes away from his aura.
Yeah.
I don't make the rules.
I say owning it though is pretty.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's like a plus.
So that's not a great example, maybe because he's variable. So Kirk to me has
He's
I think he's got C aura
Yeah.
because
more
he's
than Trevor
leaned into
Lawrence.
the lack of aura.
Can we
He
move
did-
Trevor Lawrence
Kirko
down?
Chains is the only
Yes,
gaming
I think
aura quality.
Lawrence can be in the Purdy golf, and these
Yeah,
are guys we respect. Like we respect the fuck out of these guys. It's not saying when we're moving him down that he's a bad player.
That's right.
He just makes some bad decisions sometimes. That's going to stop, though. Duval.
Wow, you just went with Knicks in the B category, even though 2 others had him in the D.
Oh,
Wait, but who had him in the
Two of us
D?
had B.
We had D.
You and Beau had D?
That
And I'm a
averaged out
super
to
fan,
a
so
All right,
that breaks
son.
the tie.
So
That averages out to a C.
let Tanner break the tie.
Shit.
He's not gonna like his aura, I could tell.
Yeah, I would just throw him in C.
Can we throw him in C to
right.
be agreeable?
Yeah,
C with an up arrow.
sure.
And maybe you could
I'll
put
give
an
him that.
asterisk that's like
Yeah.
much disagreement.
The
you know.
beauty of this is everyone will disagree with all of it.
Oh, no question.
100%.
Yeah, much debated. It's well put. All right.
As opposed to Deshaun Watson, who is masturbated.
Yeah. Can we put him in the poverty aura? Do we put
Sure.
Deshaun already in the poverty aura? Can we put Tommy DeVito up pretty high? You know, add a couple. No?
I know that's all.
Tyrod Taylor's aura is pretty high.
He's A.
Yeah.
Can we put him in A?
Yep.
T. Taylor?
What about Mac Jones?
Poverty?
Yeah, that's what I was
Poverty.
thinking.
Put him in poverty.
Put him in poverty.
which quarterback has the most aura of all time?
Ooh.
Joe
Joe
Namath
Namath.
comes to mind.
Yeah.
But part of it is because he was first. You know, Warren Moon is up there for me. When you hear the stories about Warren Moon and how much swag he had, like Warren Moon is up there. Golly.
I don't think I'm ever
Mike
going to hear
Beck.
the Warren Moon swag stories.
I don't want to.
Vic for
We'll
sure.
Okay.
tell you later. I think when you're talking about quarterbacks with aura, Hall of Fame quarterbacks,
Not necessarily, though. I don't need to be Hall of Fame
I
quarterback.
think Len Dawson had a lot of aura,
Was he
smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
I think Joe Montana had a lot of aura.
Yeah.
The
Calling,
way he carried himself, a lot of aura.
calling his wife on the
Something-
sideline phone.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
What about Roethlisberger?
Negative aura, just a little bit, he's a little low on the list. I mean, you know, if you don't have huge aura playing in that uniform as well as he did, then
Where are we throwing Geno?
Yeah, that's a
this is
one,
the
right?
this is the really
C.
tough one. Wait, let's write down our Genos.
Maybe.
Oh. For one reason and one reason only.
Are you ready?
Yeah. B.
B. Golly, Beau.
Chris and Macon B.
No,
Beau
it's
D.
Tanner, you want to break the tie?
I mean,
Can I make my case?
yeah, go ahead.
They wrote me off. I ain't
Yes.
right back.
Wrote him off, didn't write back. He got punched. He got his jaw broken and then came back to be like this this NFL hero. And at this age,
West Virginia years.
he's got a lot of he's got that kind of like field general vibe about him.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell his teammates and his coaches love him. And he will throw the ball right into the breadbasket of the other team, deep in the red zone, as if like it doesn't matter sometimes, which is sometimes a little bit of an aura thing.
Yeah. Well,
You want to know the
Why does he
worst
suck?
NFL
Tell me
quarterback?
why he has no aura.
Why he has no aura? Just if you don't have aura, you can't explain it. Like he just doesn't.
That's not
you
helping
know
Nolan.
it. You know it.
it's not. I would.
Can we look up the Webster's dictionary definition for aura? I'm going to do that right now.
Aura definition:
Correct.
the distinctive atmosphere or quality that seems to surround and be generated by a person, place, or thing.
No question. Like certain buildings have aura. Candlestick Park had an aura. Levi's Stadium has a negative aura. We're going to do this next week with
Bass
stadiums.
Pro Shop Pyramid. Bass Pro Shop Pyramid. Aura.
That's got a ton of aura.
ton of aura.
The one in Memphis.
Yeah. Never been. Want to go.
Do you remember that guy with the tiny piece jumped into the carp pond at the back of Bass Pro Shop?
he had his arms
He
over
had
the
aura.
side, just looking at him.
What if at the end of the Brett Favre documentary they were like, and that was Brett Favre as well? You know, I think we've maxed out the aura conversation. But I told you,
I got one more. The worst quarterback in the NFL with the most aura. You want to know who it is?
Do you know something about Nathan Peterman? I don't.
It's Johnny Manziel, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, Manziel had a huge aura, dude. That guy had max aura, but didn't work out as a player. But he had like a ton of aura.
But that was part of his aura, you know.
That's
like
very
not
interesting
watching tape. That's kind of low key aura.
Final aura list. Bottom to top. Poverty. Russell, Jets, Aaron Rodgers, Deshaun Watson, and Mac Jones. F tier, we've got Tua, Bryce Young. D, Brock Purdy, Jared Goff, Justin Herbert, Bryce Young, and Trevor Lawrence.
You got it.
E,
2 times.
Goff's got more than that.
Bryce Young, 2 entries. That's nice. That's aura.
That's aura when you can put input twice.
who did I? Who's
Don't worry about it.
Did
Don't
I?
worry about it.
He said, did I? No, it was me.
C, Fields, Justin Fields, Kyler Murray, Drake May, Kirk Cousins, Dak Prescott, and Bo Nix, which was much debated.
Boy, I think he.
B tier, C.J. Stroud, Jordan Love, Sam Darnold, Caleb Williams, and Geno Smith. A tier, Matthew Stafford, Baker Mayfield, Patrick Mahomes, Tyrod Taylor. S tier, Jaden Daniels, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Will Levis, Packers, Aaron Rodgers, and elite Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, and Gardner Minshew.
I think that's pretty good. I would argue that Kyler might be a D.
No argument.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's move him down a little closer to the bottom.
Like his height.
You got it.
And does Bryce Young?
Yeah, let's pick one
Where
for him.
does he go?
I think Young's in the F tier.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Respectfully,
Oh,
because I like the guy.
very
I
respectful.
want him to do well. I think he will do well. Hey, it was a lot of fun today, Beau. Thanks for joining us, fellas. We got it done. We agreed on most of that stuff today. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Noel, do you understand aura?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay. Job well done.
Take care.